Revelation 4839. From the 15th of February 1950. God's revelation through His creation. God's clearest language is His work of creation, which bears witness to Him, His love, His wisdom and His power to an unusual degree. Every work is the expression of His love, which is meant for His creatures on the verge of perfection, through which He wants to make Himself known to them. He speaks to His creatures through all His works. He speaks a language which is so powerful that it should be understood by all people if they do not close themselves off to His revelations, which are His works for them. Where wisdom, love and power are expressed, one must speak of a revelation of a being who is supremely perfect and proves His perfection through His revelations. Creation is the greatest revelation of God, which can no longer be surpassed. Nevertheless, there are people who blindly pass by everything that surrounds them, who also pay no further attention to the miracles of creation and to whom these give no cause for reflection, who therefore do not want to or cannot recognize the Creator of all things. God reveals Himself to them in another way in order to help them recognize Himself. He comes closer to them through the fate of life, which clearly shows the intervention of a higher power, but only if the human being wants to recognize. All revelations of God are incomprehensible to the unwilling. The unwilling person is blind and deaf and hears nothing, no matter how clearly it comes to light. He is still inaccessible even if God Himself approaches him through His word, through the greatest evidence of His love for people, which causes Him to express Himself audibly to them. And His word testifies to Himself. His word is the sign of direct contact between God and people who want to accept His word. His word is the direct revelation of Himself, for only a being which exists can express itself such that it is audible. Only a being which wants to be recognized makes itself known through the word and thereby demonstrates both its essentiality and the degree of its perfection. He comes close to people in such a way that they can recognize their own descent, that they must feel that it is the same being as themselves, only in a degree of perfection which they lack and which is their earthly aim to achieve. He reveals Himself to His creatures. He speaks to them in various ways, but only ever because He wants to be recognized by them as the Father of the universe, as the Creator and Sustainer of all beings and also of matter. He shows Himself to them as the Creator of the imperishable as well as the transient and wants to give them the proof that they themselves are imperishable as beings and that they can therefore be true children of their Father if they assimilate themselves to Him, also in their essentiality. He reveals Himself to them. His language is understandable to all if only the will exists to understand Him. His language is full of love and wisdom, whether directly through His word or through His creation, which came into being through His will, His omnipotence. It is a language that no human being can speak, for it is unsurpassable. People can only take note of it and through acknowledgement make themselves worthy of His love. They can hear His word and thereby put themselves in a position to conform to His nature. Then they, too, will bear witness to the fact that they are children of God. Then they will have respected His language and increased in knowledge, in wisdom and love. Then the revelations of God will have become a blessing for people and will have fulfilled their purpose. Amen.